Hey everyone, this is Simran from Create Your Future. I am a certified EFT practitioner, a law of assumption coach, and a mindset and success coach. Today, I want to talk about some common fears when you are on this manifestation journey, and a common question that how do we speed up the process? How do I get in my desires, my manifestations in quickly? Okay, before we dive in, I just want to remind you that we're giving away a free course. It's called How to Find Your Blocks. And to access that, the link is going to be in the description of this video. And I am also running a sale right now, 50% off on all my sessions. You're very welcome to come book with me. Again, the information to book is also in the description of this video. You can find the link there. And if you do not find a time that suits you, please shoot us an email and the reception would love to help you book with me. Okay, now let's jump in. I was talking to a client and she's been coaching with me from the beginning. Okay, and I am very happy to see, where she's come. Like she's come so far and she was absolutely new to this world of manifestation and how far, she's come internally, energetically, and how the 3D has, started showing and responding to all the internal work that she's been putting in. Okay, so we were just discussing and talking about, how she had so many doubts of, am I just wasting my time? Will I never get what I want? My family is saying such and such things about my SP. My friends say, what, you're just wasting your time. He's not serious about you. And your own fears that, what, will I ever get the relationship I desire? Then time is running out. I want to get married. I want to have kids. Maybe the biological clock is ticking, for some of you watching this video and you are worried about that. So it could be anything. Okay. But no matter what doubts, what fears you have, it could be with respect to love, it could be with respect to money. Say, for example, I wanted to be earning, say, this much amount by October end of 2025, but October is over. We're already in November, and when I look at my bank account, I have not made that much amount of money. Okay, so I must be a loser. I must be a failure. Are you calling yourself, such names? I had another client. She has this desire to get married, and she wanted to be married by October end. October happens to be her most favorite month of the year, and it's when her parents got married. So she also wanted to get married by October 2025. But like we're already in November and she's not had that manifestation. Now she's been calling herself things like, I am a loser. Maybe I am just trash, something's terribly wrong with me, which is why I don't have my desire and everybody else does. Okay, so wherever you are in your journey and whichever subject is like ticking you and kicking your, what, right now, pause. First of all, whenever you hear success stories on any subject, if you are watching it, if you're seeing it, tell yourself, their win is my win. They are winning today. I am winning. I am also winning. I'm going to be winning today. I'm also going to be winning tomorrow. Okay. And stop calling yourselves things like I'm a loser, something's terribly wrong with me, the law works for everybody else. It will not work for me. I haven't seen success. It's been so much time. Like on and on the story can go. And some of us have lived it so many times now. Okay, but if you're watching this video right now, I want you to stop and pause. If you have that chatter going up here, I will never get what I want. Everybody else seems to be successful with this, but when is my manifestation coming in? You have questions about time. Okay, like I'm worried I will not get it by the year end, if that's what you want. Okay, I want you to stop and pause. And remember, like, what are we really doing here? Okay, if you're getting triggered by, say, your SP's behavior, and he seems to show, or your affirmations here and there, but dominantly he's still like his old self that you obviously do not like and you wanted to work on, right? So, point number one, stop taking things personally. Okay, whatever story the SP is telling you right now that you do not like, okay, feedback, just feedback. When it comes to money, you wanted to be earning so much by the year end, like by the end of October. We're already in November. It's not happened for you. Never mind. Feedback. Okay. Because, like, for number one, you do not take it personally. It is just feedback. Number two, you start thinking and looking at it in terms of energy. Okay. In terms of energy frequency. If you keep putting out, I don't have it, I don't have it right now, I need it right now, what are you putting out? What is the projection? The projection is lack. With respect to love, could be with respect to money, could be in terms of health, could be in terms of a vacation you wanted to take and you don't have the means to do it right now, or it's not happening for whatever reason. Okay, so it's just different ways of showing lack. Okay, and your 3D is just proof, is just a mirror. It has to project your internal world. That's all it is. Okay, so at this moment, if you're being triggered by any of these questions or you are in any of these situations, I want you to stop taking it personally, just to begin with. Okay, point number two, you start looking at it in terms of energy. Okay, what energy do I put out? Like, what are my projections in this case? If this is what I see in front of me, what am I projecting out? Okay, that is a question you have to ask yourself. That's all. This 3D is just feedback. Okay, point number three, you start trusting. You've been doing the work. You've been doing your intentions, you've been doing your visualizations, scripting, whatever you like. That brings you internally to a place of you having your desire. Okay, if you've been doing that, trust in that process, trust in the internal work you have been putting in. Okay, just because you don't see it on the outside as of now and say, the date has passed or your timeline has already passed, it does not mean it is not working for you. It does not mean you will not get it and everybody else will. Okay, trust in the unseen, trusting in yourself, trusting in your own mental diet. If this is what I have been feeding to my mind, my subconscious has no other choice but to project it out in my 3D. Okay, I don't see it today, that's okay, I will see it tomorrow. Don't let the fear of I don't have it now, I need to have it now, take over and trip you, from your path, from your truth. Trusting, I do not have to do more affirmations, more scripting, more this, more that. It's actually the time you want to do less, and less is more. Okay, it's just not a part of our regular programming, our normal conditioning, but less is more. Okay, so you trusting in yourself, you trusting in your own mental diet, in your own internal work, trusting in maybe the God you believe in, trusting in the universe that, what, I am always supported, I am always taken care of. If this is what I put out, that is what I will receive. It has to, it is law. Okay, and you start looking at your wins, start counting your wins every single day. Like, for example, you make a list of 10 random things. Now, Energetically, it's all the same, but to your own human mind, something is small, something is huge. Okay, but it's only small and it's only huge with respect of how invested are you in that. Okay, if money comes in easy for you, it's your area of abundance. But if love is your, like it hurts in love, you're not successful in love. Okay, so that triggers you more. Could be vice versa for somebody else. Okay, so you looking at your wins, like if my money inflow is so good, I always get the best projects, I always have abundant money flowing into my life. What are my beliefs with respect to work? What are my beliefs with respect to money? Okay, you look at that, you understand, okay, this is what I do, these are my projections, and that is what I receive. You understand the mechanics of how it works, and you apply in terms of love. Okay, or if love is great, for you, and maybe money is an issue or job is your triggering point, you understand what works in love, like the mindset. Okay, and then you apply in terms of job, in terms of money. Okay, and a very important thing to consider, do not put yourself in triggering situations. Okay, for example, maybe you're working on your relationship with your SP and he's been behaving a little distant, and then you have your friends or your family saying, what, he's just playing you. He's not very serious about you. He's never going to marry you, blah, blah, blah. And you get triggered and you start driving by this person's house every evening, every night. And you come back and say, like you're happy, oh, I did not find anything, so, I'm good. You do not want to do that. Because if you go looking, you will end up finding something. Okay, so if you've done it once, it's okay, never mind. Like, calm yourself down in those moments, yourself, self-validation. Okay, or you talk to a friend maybe who understands conscious creation, or you talk to us, like one of the coaches here. Okay, whoever you resonate with and who knows how things work. But it's always a safer option to do this instead of just driving down to your person's house in the hope of what, I'm going to prove my relatives wrong, or maybe I'm going to prove myself right. Okay, so what's the intention? Because if you do like this snooping with these of what, maybe I am being played, maybe he's not serious about me, maybe I will never get my marriage, with that story, if you end up going snooping, you will find something that's not to your liking. Okay, so let's not go down that path. Do not put yourself in situations like that. Okay, so if you take care of these factors and always believing, always understanding that, what, this is an internal work, this is an internal game. The more at peace and confident I am internally, the more solid my self-concept is, the more solid and lovable and harmonious my 3D is going to be. Okay, so the job always, if you want your manifestations to come in quickly or quicker, and you want to speed up the entire process, you always go back to your internal world. Okay, if you're at peace on the inside, if there's peace, there's harmony in the internal world, and you are living in with your desire, it will get projected out. Your self-concept gets projected out all the time. Okay, the not so good one right now, if you're watching this video and it's not, you don't like what you see on the outside, so you work on your internal world, you work on your self-concept. Whatever subject is triggering you up there, what is your concept of self with respect to that subject? Okay, what gets triggered in you that needs to be addressed? The more you work on that, the more the outer world, this 3D, it starts getting sorted on its own because it's a projection. Okay, remember, we don't take things personally. We look on 3D as feedback and we go in. Okay, internal game first, always. Prioritizing internal fulfillment, internal peace, always, over and above everything up there. Okay, like I am my first priority and I will cater to my internal stability, internal emotional balance, internal peace first, and then look at my 3D and see what's happening here. Okay, I hope this helps. And if you're getting triggered by any of the examples I've given, or it's something else for you, just apply. It's all energy. Person, money, health, job, all energy. Okay, if you start to look at them like that, you can apply all these mechanics to whichever situation is troubling you right now. Okay, so I intend this video helps you and you feel empowered. And if you want to book with me, I am here to help. The links to book with me are going to be in the description of this video, and I'll see you in the next one.